Alright, so this is gonna be my refrigerant recovery video. So, first things first, we are going to put on our core tools on our system, and then we're gonna take our straighter cores out using a straighter core tool removal. And as you can see, take it out. Perfect. Now we can move on. Alright, so now we can hook on our gauges. So we're gonna hook up our blue hose to our vapor side and then the red one to our liquid. Now, in this process, you're gonna need a recovery tank. You're gonna need a recovery machine. So right now, we're just hooking up things and getting it ready. You are also going to need a scale and an extra hose. All right, so here we're gonna get our refrigerant hose attached to our gauges, and we're going to put it on our inlet in our recovery machine. All right, and then from here we're gonna get a separate hose and we're gonna connect it to our outlet, like so. Well, all right. Now we're going to connect it to our recovery tank, and we are going to do the vapor side. All right, so we're connecting to our vapor side. So with R410A, it is 50% R32 and 50% R125. So whenever you are doing a recovery, you want to flip the tank upside down because everything on top is vapor and everything on the bottom is liquid. So you want to flip it upside down, make sure it's mixed so there it can get a proper recovery. All right, so now everything up to this point, we are going to open up everything. So everything on our recovery tank, our recovery machine, our hoses, our gauges, and we're just gonna do a light purge just so we can make sure there's no non-condensables or anything that shouldn't be inside the hoses to get into the tank, because then that's always a bad thing. So we purge, opening up our tank. We're gonna need a scale. You're gonna put your tank on your scale, then you're gonna set it to 0 using the tare button, and from there you can measure out exactly how much refrigerant you are pulling out of the unit. So we're gonna recover all the refrigerant and then later on put it on into evacuation. Alright, so we are gonna go over some reflection questions. So first one is, why is proper refrigerant recovery important for both environmental and system performance reasons? So proper refrigerant recovery is important for both environmental and the system performance reasons because it prevents harmful non-condensables. It also protects the ozone layer, and also it ensures that the condenser and everything is running efficiently and safely. Now for the second question, it is, what challenges did you face during the recovery process and how did you address them? So the way I addressed one of my challenges were taking out the straighter cores. It was a little challenging because sometimes the shredder valve removal, core tool removal. Sometimes it doesn't want to hook on and it's a little pain to, get it on to try and remove it. But once I removed it, it was good from there. Third is, what safety precautions are necessary when recovering refrigerant? So safety precautions would be like your gloves, your safety glasses, also making sure you're not mixing any refrigerant or anything like that. So the other one is, how does improper recovery affect HVAC systems and EPA compliance? So improper recovery affects the unit. For example, if you mix refrigerant, that's not good for the unit. Also, if you have any non-condensables in there, that could mess up potentially your system. And also, the last one is, what are the differences between vapor and liquid recovery methods? So your difference would be vapor. So vapor recovery extracts refrigerant as a gas from the low side, while liquid recovery extracts it as a liquid from the high side. So typically you want to recover from the liquid side. So from what I mentioned earlier, we have to flip the tank upside down so the refrigerant can mix, and you extract it from the liquid side because it is also the fastest side to get refrigerant, or recover the refrigerant, So those are my reflection questions. Thank you. Have a nice day.